Good morning, everyone. Happy Woden's Day. I'm using this filter because I thought it was very appropriate for what's going on right now in our celestial heavens. Right now, Mars has met up with Saturn, and they are in the sign of Pisces. So, Mars in Pisces is a holy war, and just like we're seeing right now. Saturn in Pisces, oh, it's not easy energy. Saturn wants structure, and Saturn's job is to bring structure to the structuralists, and that is Pisces, right? Pisces is water; it has no structure really. So, what this relates to is it could be some feeling that you can't go forward, being stuck, being prohibited, being oppressed, being suppressed. You feel like you are doing something. You are on this path and you're trying to achieve something. And Saturn says, oh, wait a minute, you're forgetting something. You went too far. You need to remember this. Saturn is the wise sage that teaches us those life lessons that are priceless. Saturn really does have a bad reputation because he does represent boundaries. But these boundaries are needed, especially when we hold water, right? To get a drink of water, we need something to hold it, right? Water works best, it flows best when it's in a certain flow. So energy moves. Energy's supposed to move, right? But Mars is just Mars wants to get what he wants. He's very passionate. And in Pisces, this is the sign of enlightenment. This is our spiritual sign. So he feels like he is fighting for something that is spiritually important to him. And it can be things that may not make sense to other people. Maybe, people don't get it. Maybe the morals or ethics, things like that are in question. But Saturn is saying, you know what? You've taken it too far. You need to stop. And right here, this feeling, hopefully this will help. Hopefully this will help stop some of the stuff that's going on. But when he does pass through Saturn, he does have a teaching, and this teaching is one of maturity. It's one of going from the wild warrior to that of the grounded emperor. And so this is where Mars matures as he gets ready to go into his sign. He'll be moving into Aries. The end of April, I think 29th, 30th of April, he'll be moving into Aries. So he needs this visit because he needs some growing up, some maturity to happen. Mars, he is the one you want in your corner. And he will help fire you up to get you going. But if that energy is not mature, it's not refined, then it kind of goes everywhere and it's more scattered. So when he is meeting up with Saturn, he is reaching that maturity. He is reaching that refinement so that he may grow to be the emperor that he should be. And he can do those things that he needs to do that would be better for the whole, right? We're looking at, if you haven't listened to my astrology, I did one not too long ago, and it was really long, and I do apologize because I need to come on here and do more updates instead of just waiting for the last minute and throwing everything in there. But hey, time, right? It's just really busy right now. I think everybody is going through some craziness right now and some just, outlandish stuff that's going on. So, yeah, I mean, I'll try to get on here as much as I can, but again, it's just crazy stuff going on in my life, and like the rest of you, sometimes I just want to breathe and breathe alone sometimes, right? But that'll take us into Chiron and healing and whatnot. And also, if you haven't listened to my tarot of the month, you need to go check that out. And very powerful. It's very powerful. You can find me on YouTube at Dragon Rose Creations, Dragon Rose Creations 1013. Okay? So, yeah, today, don't overreact. I know, it's hard sometimes. Make sure you're breathing. You can feel very frustrated. Understand that there's a bigger part that's playing out here. If you can't rush through this, and you don't want to rush through this because we do have, Mercury is in retrograde, so he is about slowing down and, smelling the roses and making sure that you CYA, right? This too is giving us a slow down and saying, wait a minute, you need to consider other things. You need to consider obligations. You need to consider priorities. You can't just go out and just blah. You have to understand that there is an order. So again, don't be too hot-headed today. Take things slow and stride. Don't rush through them. Understand that these challenges are obstacles, are only ways so you can see this better. You need a different perspective. You need to see the broader horizon and what's going on. And also, you need to step back a little bit. Maybe you're taking things too far. Maybe you need a little bit of maturity in that area. And hey, we all do sometimes. So, have a wonderful day. Thank you for listening and watching. I'll see you next time. Blessings.